Welcome back to our channel. My name is Julie and I'm the owner and one of the ballet instructors here at Broche Ballet, a ballet school just for adults in Denver, Colorado. Today I want to talk a little bit about Adagio. This is a request from our Instagram and I wanted to have a chance to address it here too. Adagio is a really big topic, so I want to start by addressing it with a little follow-along combo that will let us talk about several key common pieces in Adagio. Before we get started, if you are enjoying our videos, please do make sure that you like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. It really does help us out. Let's get started. All right, so we're gonna do that little follow along of an Adagio. First, I'll let you watch the video so you can see what we're learning. All right, let's get started. We have a développé front to start. We have a couple of développés actually, then a little rond de jambe. So let's start with a développé front. First of all, we're going to start croisé, which means facing the corner. If you drew a little box around yourself, you'd be facing the corner of your little box. My right foot's front, so my body is turned to the corner of my little box. I'm going to développé front, which means front in the relationship to my body, not to the relationship of the front of the room. So that means it's going to look like this. My toe is right in front of my hip in relation to me. It's kind of pointing out at the box. I'm going to be looking out to the audience. So for this développé, a couple of things. Balance is a big part of Adagio. Balance and control. These are the two biggest things in Adagio, especially when you're getting started. So when we go from 2 feet to 1 foot, that is like a big point where we might fall over. You need to anticipate that and get yourself ready for it. So here we are getting ready, preparing. Maybe we've got a gorgeous allongé, 7, 8. Now we're already getting ready to shift our weight to that back foot. When we pick up that front foot, lift super tall so that we don't push back onto that back foot and fall over. So we're gonna lift up super tall to transfer our weight to that 1 foot. Then we're going to pull it up to passe. This is another danger zone. As soon as the leg leaves contact with your body, it's going to change your balance point. So really anticipate this. Bring that leg up to passe. Right as soon as you go out, you're going to want to fall backwards. So make sure that you take your arms, start feeling like you're going to go up, lift like a string from right between the collarbones, a string pulling you up, a string up the top of your head. You're really lifting as tall as you can to counteract the fact that your body is going to want to sit back and fall over. The last danger point in these développés, this is for all développés, is when we lower the leg. We think that this is the easy part. Whew, home base, done. So not true. That lowering is absolutely critical because that is how you get set up for your next step. If you're falling over in the lowering of that leg, how in the world are you supposed to do another développé after that? It's not going to work out. So we're up here in our développé. We've navigated the danger zone of going from 2 feet to 1 foot, from leaving passe to going to extending the leg, and now we're up here in this gorgeous position where our body's a little twisted to the front and our leg is out to the corner. We're going to lift even taller to lower. We're not going to just put the leg down because that is so much force bringing you down. And as you know, as soon as you go from 2 feet to 1 foot for the next développé, that's another danger zone. So if you're not already set up really tall, that second développé is not going to work. And that's not the fault of the second développé, that's the fault of the lowering of the first développé. So make sure that every développé leads you into the next développé. So we're going to navigate 2 feet to 1 foot, time there, and then here really take your time. Make sure you're solid on that leg before you go for the extension, and then lift to lower, and now we're ready to go to 1 foot again for the développé écarté. Écarté is side in relation to your own body. It's going to be out to like the other corner of your box, and the arms are going to be up. The same arm as leg is going to go up, and you're looking kind of up into the forearm. It means thrown wide apart. So we développé écarté. Same thing. Danger zone right here. As soon as you leave, it's going to want to go with your leg. Keep that body over the standing leg and let your leg do the work of extending to that développé. So you are the boss of your leg, not vice versa. You have to be in charge of your legs when you're here in the center in Adagio. Then from there, we're here in that développé écarté. We're going to do a grand rond de jambe to the back. This grand rond de jambe is going to be a big danger zone with the body. We're going to feel a couple of things. Our leg is out to the side. We're going to reach it as far and hard as we can out away from the body as we take it to the back. Then we're going to feel how our upper body is going to change and shift while the leg is moving. So picturing in your head how your balance is going to change. Don't forget how much a leg weighs. A leg is very heavy, and it's going to really disrupt your balance. So as you're going back, make sure you take your body in opposition with it so that you will stay upright. Those arms are going to go from that écarté. Top arm is going to open side and then extend to arabesque, and the side arm is going to come down to arabesque. So all that together, we go from that écarté, lift, we're reaching, the bottom arm circles, and now we're in arabesque. It's really important to keep reaching the leg, reaching the upper body, and really counteracting all of the forces that are working against you, standing up and making this look super pretty. So now that we're in that arabesque, we're going to do a promenade all the way around the room. In this case, in this follow along, we're going to start in arabesque here, and we're going to end here. A lot of times a promenade will come around and end in the other corner, but in this little follow along combo, we're going to go all the way around to where we started. So we just did our écarté, développé, we did our grand rond de jambe to arabesque. Now we're going to promenade around. You're looking over your fingertips, scooting that heel, reaching everything long, trying not to fall over. Then we're going to come all the way back to where we started. We're still looking over those fingertips. Plie, reach everything longer. Be careful when you reach that we don't reach with the shoulders. Keep the shoulders down and think about lengthening the arms and the fingertips out away from the center of your body. Don't let the center of your body get distorted. So reach, and then pas de bourrée with pickups. So we're going to go back, side, front. Don't worry, we'll break all that down. So from that arabesque, we're going to scoot that back leg up to susu and replace that leg, the left leg with the right leg, and pick it up to coupe. So we're going to go pick up coupe, step side coupe, and then the front leg is going to tombe out to a big fourth lunge. Again, that's from that arabesque, plie, reach, step back coupe front, step side coupe front, step front, and lunge. You'll notice here I switched my arms. So now I'm going to plie over my front leg with that front arm rounded. Let's do that one more time. So from that arabesque, plie, pas de bourrée, back coupe front, side coupe front, and tombe into a lunge. So here we are in that lunge. We just did our pas de bourrée pickups to this lunge. We're going to next do an en dedans pirouette. If you haven't done one of those before, make sure you go check out our video on how to do an en dedans pirouette. So from here, you'll notice I'm already looking over this front shoulder because that's where I want to end this pirouette. So I'm going to do this pirouette with my arms up to high fifth. So lunging all the way over that front foot, I'm going to open and then push up to high fifth, spin all the way around and end where I was spotting. As I come down, I'm going to open my arms. So again, we did our arabesque, plie, pick up, back, side, tombe, inside turn, open and push, come down. So that inside turn, as we come out of it for that landing, really make sure that you've got a nice solid landing in that fifth position. The next thing we're gonna do is chasse back into a tendu so we can do a curtsy. So we just did that inside turn, lunging over that front foot, open and push. We land in that fifth, chasse back. Arms are gonna come down through first as we slide our back foot into fourth. So from here, from that side view, we just finished our turn, plie, chasse back, and then push up to tendu front. So in actual directions, I finished here, plie, tendu back, tendu front. The arms here are in a nice allongé, so this arm is like a little bit above your eye line, and this one is out in a low demi-second, out to the, down like over a tutu. Make sure this one doesn't get too high because this line looks a little bit strange, so keep that really below that shoulder. Now we're gonna curtsy from here. So as we curtsy, we're gonna plie that back leg and keep that front leg straight. Biggest thing that happens with this curtsy with the legs is this. That back leg will always wanna fall in. So really keep that back leg open so we keep this shape and keep your body supported. So as we plie, the body is gonna reach down as the arm kind of comes through, almost a really gorgeous presentation down, and then flip it. Almost, if you can, touch your foot. Make it very pretty and graceful at the very bottom. And then scoop out with a long allongé and return to where you started. Let's get that back arm in there. So we chasse here, that back arm. Now watch this back arm. As I go down, it's gonna tip with me. This relationship is not changing. A lot of times what happens is it looks like this arm should be back here, and so we end up here doing our curtsy. So this shoulder is really going to stay almost turning to the front so that this is the position you're aiming for to end. So this chest is really flat, almost flat to the audience, and this arm is reaching out the socket. Don't let it get behind you. It's really here in an allongé position and like a high back allongé, extending that arm and the shoulder, not back here or anything funky. You really want this tendu and the line of both your arms to be a parallel line, and that makes you look really, really long and gorgeous. So again, that whole thing, we plie, curtsy down, touch your foot, reach out, come up. Then we have a tendu to tendu arabesque. So plie fourth and kind of try to slide your foot as you push up to tendu, looking over those fingertips, maybe a slight cambre back, and then close. Then we repeat this whole thing to the other side. So let's review the whole thing we've got so far with all the little points that you're going to think about. So in your développé, you're going to think about, remember we have a couple of danger points with every développé. First one is when you go from 2 feet to 1 foot. So really get yourself ready to transfer your weight. So from 2 feet to 1 foot, really pick up that coupe and lift tall. Make sure your weight is squarely on that foot before you start lifting in. Then lift, danger zone. Really make sure you're the boss of that leg, not vice versa. Opening the chest, danger zone, lift to close. Really get yourself ready for that next développé. Then here we are again, ready from 2 feet to 1 foot. Right here when we leave passe, get ready. You stay here, your leg goes there. Don't go with your leg. Leave the passe, extend to the écarté. Lift and reach, counterbalancing with your upper body so that you can make it around that rond de jambe. Promenade, just scoot the heel, reaching, looking over your fingertips, really moving from the heel. Don't move from the leg, move from that bottom heel. Plie, reach, don't reach with your shoulders, reach with your fingers and your arms. Pas de bras, back, side, and then tombe lunge. Over that front arm, looking, spotting over that side. Make sure you get from that coupe all the way forward to the tombe. Take that risk and fall with your body. Don't be timid and stay back here over that back leg. Tombe all the way to the front. Then open an en dedans pirouette. Open pirouette, landing fifth front, facing the way that you were spotting. Plie, chasse back to tendu front, gazing up over that top finger. And then the side arm is low. As we tip, that back arm comes up so that it's parallel and extending the line of your tendu, keeping the standing knee out. Reach out and up, plie, slide, arabesque, and close. Let's quickly walk through the other side so you can see how it looks and make sure you have all your directions. So we go coupe, passe, développé front, close, coupe, passe, écarté, hold, grand rond de jambe, reaching, lifting, lifting, looking over the fingertips, promenade all the way around the room to where you started. Plie, reach long, pas de bourrée, back, side tombe all the way over that front leg. On to down pirouette, plie, chasse de tendu, curtsy matching the line of the arm with the tendu, and up, chasse, tendu, and close, finish. Well, dancers, that is all today for our Adagio follow-along. I hope that helps you get some good tips that you can take into other Adagios that aren't even this combination that you're working on in class. Remember, it's all about balance of control and anticipating the points when you might fall over and really resisting that by pulling yourself up, 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 engaging your core, and working your perfect technique.